Hello, I just wanted to take a second in case any of you all are struggling to use Excel to show you how to create the graphs from section 2.2 in your textbook. So I have taken a second and I have already created sheets that have the different data values. So for the histogram, we know the x-axis is the class boundaries and the frequencies form the y. So if you just highlight your data, come over to Insert, and then I'll do recommended charts, and you'll see that that recommended chart is already that bar graph there. So we know with that histogram that those bars are contiguous, which means that they are going to be touching. So if you just click on your graph, make sure your columns, the bars you'll see are highlighted, go to Format, and we need to reduce that gap width down to 0%, and then that's what makes your histogram. Certainly you could also add in your title and for your axes, and also a title for the chart. But the most important thing here again is reducing that gap width. The second graph that we're doing in section 2.2 is the frequency polygon. For the frequency polygon, the x-axis are the midpoint values. Remember that you extended at the beginning and at the end. The y values are your frequency values, but this graph has to start and stop on the x-axis. So that very first midpoint that we have calculated needs to have a y-coordinate of 0, and the same can be said for the last one. So once you highlight your data again, we're going to go to Insert, Recommended Charts. We are looking for this type of graph here. Push your OK button, and there's your graph with your midpoints on the x-axis and your frequency on the y. Again, you can alter the chart title and also put in the title for the axes as well. The third graph that we make is the ogive graph that deals with all the 0.5 values. So here are 0.5 values for our problem, and then that corresponds to the cumulative frequency. So that second column are the cumulative frequency values from the problem. So again, we're going to highlight, we're going to come to Insert, Recommended Graphs, and again we'll come down to this very choppy line segment graph. Here is an example of the ogive with that data. Again, you can alter the chart title as well as the axes title. So every version of Excel might be a little bit different from what I've showed you here. I have used 2016 as my package. So if you have any questions with your particular Excel program, feel free to send me an email.